Hi there, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about something that I got inspired with watching another channel that I subscribe to by a guy called Joseph Gerardi, who is in New York. There was something in one of his videos that I saw for a split second that jumped out at me, and what it was the Jenga tower. What many people don't know about me is before I got really heavily into computers, there was a time as a child that I wanted to be an architect. I wanted to design buildings, and that was my big thing. So I wanted to be an architect at school, but I happened to be learning the last years of doing everything on paper before you started learning how to do stuff on a computer. So, you imagine doing shears on beams and stresses with Bose notation and stuff like this. I mean, this is not fun stuff when you're 16 years old to be doing on paper, when, a couple of years later it was going to be done on computer and nobody really had to do this on paper any longer. So, this put me off being an architect to a large extent because, at the time it's just not really what I wanted to be doing for the rest of my life, so I quickly avoided it. But having said that, I still have an appreciation for architecture, and especially skyscrapers. I've always had a thing for them. So what I now want to do is just stop for a second and go back to vlog 76, which is the one where I went to Yale and then afterwards was coming back through New York. So let's go and have a look at that for a second. So it's this building here that I want to talk about today. This is 432 Park Avenue. As you can see, it's a very, very tall building. Now, traditional skyscrapers, you have standard skyscrapers, and then you've got, quote, slender skyscrapers or skinny skyscrapers. So a slender skyscraper normally has a 7:1 ratio where its width at its narrowest point. If you go 7 times that in height, then if the ratio is 7 times, then it's considered a slender skyscraper. Previous examples of this would be the original World Trade Center. That was a 7:1 ratio. So 432 Park Avenue has a 15:1 ratio. This is a super skinny skyscraper. So I really love 432 Park Avenue. It looks wonderful, and from an engineering standpoint, it interests me as well. There's 2 things driving this. Number one is money. As real estate plots basically get smaller and the need to put higher density things on top of them, we're having these super skinny skyscrapers now are becoming much more viable because people are actually willing to pay for it. So that's the first thing. The second thing is also now they're using high strength concrete that wasn't available before. Combine that with mass tuned dampers and things up the skyscraper to help with the swaying in the wind, and what you've now got is the recipe for a good super skinny skyscraper. So the roof of 432 Park Avenue is actually taller, or higher rather, than the roof of the One World Trade Center, even though that building is technically taller because it's then got an antenna that sticks up a bit higher than 432 Park Avenue. Now, other towers are also springing up in New York as I record this, but we're also seeing that in Toronto. So the first one that everybody knew about in Toronto was called the Sliver, and basically that's the one at 1 King West. Yes, 1 King West is the address, but it was known as the Sliver because at the upper part of it, it was extremely narrow. But we're also seeing other skyscrapers now showing up, which also have a higher than the 7:1 ratio. So, and this is only going to continue. So anyway, that's what I wanted to cover today. It's something that it's a very small thing that showed up in vlog 76, but it came back to me today that it was something I wanted to talk about because it actually does interest me. And if you haven't seen it, it's actually worth checking out. Alright, so that's it for today. If you like these vlogs, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. Go check out Joseph Gerardi's channel as well. I've put the link down below, and see you next time. Okay, bye.